The INDI alliance has been a conglomeration of corrupt, caste-based, communal entities and forces. I think this election marks an irreversible trend in India's politics, where India has firmly and irreversibly chosen development. The whole freebie politics, which would have been a sure shot economic disaster for the country, has been rejected by the people. The Congress and the India Alliance promised everything under the sun. So many kind of things which put together exceeded the whole of the country's budget. The third thing that also comes out of this elections trends and the way the mood of the nation is, that people have also rejected the artificial divisions that the Congress party tried to create between the north and south of India. This seems to be a historic electoral mandate that people of India are giving in favour of Narendra Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party. The INDI alliance has been a conglomeration of corrupt, caste-based, communal entities and forces which have for almost 7 decades enjoyed a stranglehold on the country's politics. I think this election marks an irreversible trend in India's politics, where India has firmly and irreversibly chosen development and performance-based politics, delivery-based politics, welfare-based politics over communal, casteist and corrupt parties. Second, I think this mandate also reflects the maturity of the Indian electorate, who have rejected the economic vision of the Congress party and the INDI alliance. The whole freebie politics, which would have been a sure shot economic disaster for the country, has been rejected by the people, even at the cost of it sounding very tempting for them at a personal level. The Congress and the Indian Alliance promised everything under the sun, from free electricity to free buses to 2,000 rupees every month, 3,000 rupees every month in accounts, universal basic, and so many kind of things which put together exceeded the whole of the country's budget. And despite all of these promises, people of India have rejected this economic vision and have given a stamp of approval for Narendra Modi's long-term, sustainable economic empowerment. The third thing that also comes out of this elections trends and the way the mood of the nation is, that people have also rejected the artificial divisions that the Congress party tried to create between the north and south of India. Looking at the trends in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, in Telangana, in Andhra Pradesh, it looks like the south of India has decisively voted in favour of the Prime Minister's vision. There were demands for a separate nationhood by a Congress MP. A DMK MP in the floor of the parliament insulted the North Indian states by calling them as Gaumutra states. So this entire ideology of seeing the south of India as different, creating an artificial difference even on the basis of race, language, this parochial mindset of the Congress, this has been decisively voted out. I think these are the primary takeaways of this election.
But as far as NDA is concerned, you are looking at the numbers. Exit polls gave proper numbers even before the results. It looks like BJP is the, which you are saying, the visionary agenda has got the benefit of those statements which made by the opposition parties. Somewhere it did not affect the BJP, and looks like BJP have gained its number by different things.
If you look at the BJP's manifesto and if you compare it with the Congress manifesto or the India Alliance's statements, if you look at the speeches of the BJP leaders and compare it with the kind of abuse, the kind of divisive language that was consistently spoken by the Congress leaders, the kind of lies that were ad nauseum repeated, it makes for a clear contrast. While the BJP and the Prime Minister is speaking for a Viksit Bharat, a progressive agenda, a developmental agenda, an inclusive agenda, the Congress tried to take the country backwards and the INDI alliance and its leaders found it very hard to come out of their ideology of caste, of parochialism, of regionalism, of separatism, so much so that even the color of the skin was a debate. So this essentially turned out to be a battle between two narratives. One narrative of the BJP that promised long-term economic empowerment based on sustainable economics, fast-paced growth, stable government, a strong law and order, a stable and a forward-looking, responsible foreign policy. And on the other side, you had a group of tried but rejected leaders who are either convicted by the Supreme Courts on corruption charges or are on bail facing corruption charges, whose economic vision was a sure shot economic disaster for the country, and whose vision was so parochial in nature, so divisive in nature, that it was a threat to the country's constitution and integrity. So people have shown great maturity and have elected the Prime Minister's vision of an inclusive, strong and rule of law based India.